Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Friday, February 14th, 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. A rare high risk of flood danger for Kentucky, Tennessee, as a threat for tornadoes looms in the south on Saturday. Keep calm. It's boom time. Southern California is digging out after mudslides and flooding as rain rescues continue. Tornadoes damaging homes as well as some Tahoe ski resorts get more than 4 feet of new snow. Here are the latest totals. Mount Rose at 54 inches, Mammoth at 50, and Diamond Peak, 42 inches of the global warming goodness. And more is falling as we are reporting. Winter storm watch issued for the southeast quarter of Michigan. Storm threatens heavy snow and wind as New Jersey weather showing up to 5 inches of snow, ice, and heavy rain. It's insane. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in a brutal weekend forecast with blizzard conditions. Weekend storm to bring several inches of snow and icing to New Hampshire, as well as 35 inches of the global warming goodness is expected at Colorado resorts over the next 5 days. It's insane. And here we see the snow analysis from just the last 24 hours. It's showing 6 feet or more on the Sierras and heavy snow throughout the West. And as we enter the weekend, there is a rare high risk for flood danger for Kentucky and Tennessee. Let's take a look at the full forecast and then the models. There is a high risk of excessive rainfall over portions of the Tennessee and Ohio river valleys. Confidence in a very impactful, life-threatening, and significant heavy rainfall and flash flooding event is high, becoming late tonight through Saturday night across portions of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. This is no joke, folks. Major flooding threats for over 8 states. So heed the warnings and click on your county for more information as the storm develops. In addition, the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms over the lower Mississippi Valley during Saturday. Holy macaroni, let's take a look at the models. Winter storm warning and watches are up for the entire northern tier plus the Northeast, as well as the West Coast and the northern states. Here is the position of the storms we're looking at. A quickly developing storm will occur by morning with severe weather threats throughout the central U.S., and that's going to move east Saturday into Sunday and then rapidly move offshore, but not before dumping historic snow on Maine and eastern Canada. It's insane. And then right behind that, guess what? Another nor'easter will come in to the clip here and dump heavy snow for the Delmarva and maybe even Virginia. We're talking a record-breaking event here for Wednesday, the 19th, and Thursday, the 20th. So heed the warnings. As we go on from there, the models, they're not that accurate, but another system will hit the Northeast late in February, maybe bringing record-breaking snows to the Northeast once again. So the Northeast will be buried as we enter March, storm after storm. It is a parade of storms, and it's looking just like when I was a kid, maybe decades ago. An amazing setup happening as we enter spring. Ding, ding. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore says it doesn't snow anymore, but he couldn't be further from the truth. Let's take a look at the total accumulated snowfall. Holy macaroni. That's going to be epic if, in fact, the Northeast is buried in over 4 feet of snow as we enter March. That could be insane. But what we do know, let's move it through. 3, 6, 9, 12 hours. By tomorrow morning, snow will be falling across Pennsylvania, including New Jersey, and then will hit the Northeast in a big way Saturday into Sunday. Take a look at this. 16 inches or more expected at the ski resorts in the Catskills, the whites and the greens. And we could be seeing some epic snow totals as well as very difficult travel in the Northeast through the weekend as we enter Monday here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Another storm moving across the country will bring much needed precipitation to the west, as well as maybe a record storm for Virginia. So buckle up, Buttercup. Don't be scared. Be prepared. You could be picking up 16 inches in the Delmarva, as well as Eastern Virginia, Wednesday, February 19th through the 21st. Holy macaroni. Seismic update. We've got new updated software at earthquake.usgs.gov. And we no longer have the grayscale. We only have two choices. We've got the ocean and the USGS topo. I like the ocean view. It shows us all of those fractures and all of those fault zones on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. We've got some major activity happening today here in Russia, a 5.7 in the middle of the craton. No one knows what's happening there. A 6.0 in Ethiopia. This is the East African Rift Zone, and it is getting very spicy as we speak. There's also activity in Greece at Santorini, 4.3 earlier today. And let's take a look at some of those totals. A new flurry of activity in Greece is happening just in the last 10 hours, with a huge amount of tremor happening at 5 kilometers. This is typically indicative of volcanic eruptions, so we're waiting to see what's happening there. Could it be Colombo volcano off the coast, a submarine eruption that could be happening? But we also have significant activity down here at 15 kilometers where the supposed magma chamber exists. So it's anyone's guess what's happening at Santorini, but we're crossing our fingers that it won't go boom. Worldwide volcano news for Valentine's Day, Friday, the 14th of February, Ducona to 12,000. Not many volcanoes on the list today. Etna, an eruption occurred with explosive activity. The lava flow continues. Ibu to 8,000 feet here. Semeru, who knew? Now you do. Puffing and passing today. Etna, an eruption with explosive activity decreasing now. Sakurajima, an eruption with a 7,000-foot blast there. And here we can see the Etna volcanic eruption continues with lava flows from the fissure, making for spectacular photography and skiing, by the way. Ibu to 7,000 foot, Reventador 16,000 foot blast, Semeru to 15,000 foot, wrapping up the list for the day. The shortest list we've seen in years. Space weather, we've had increased activity due to a coronal hole from, well, coronal hole 14. Thank you, coronal hole 14, pushing that KP up to 4.5 or higher in the last 24 hours. Hours of powers. The geomagnetic forecast overnight shows a potential for aurora in northern Canada, so get out and look up. Overall, not much going on, but a new sunspot region turning into view off the southeast limb was the source of a low-level M-flare 1.2 earlier today. We will get a better look at the region during the next 24 hours. Hours of powers. And let's take a look at that active region as it reaches around the limb. Telemetry showing us what's happening. We've got plasma speed slowly rising towards the 600 kilometer per second region, but nothing much else going on. London's first Roman basilica has been found under an office block. Can you believe this? Archaeologists hail the discovery of a 2,000-year-old structure as one of the most significant recent finds in the city. The remains of London's earliest Roman basilica have been discovered under an office block. in what archaeologists have described as one of the most significant recent discoveries in the capital. It looks like a dirty hole to me. The almost 2,000-year-old structure was part of the Forum, the Roman capital's social and administrative center, and built around the late 70s or early 80s AD, just a few decades after the Romans invaded Britain and 20 years after Boudica sacked and burned the city of AD 60. Also, I think Christ was probably crucified during this period, and there is the basilica in question. All the links will be below. Ancient objects from 50,000 years ago reveal mysterious symbols using new technology. They're showing that these huge bifacial axes, take a look at that. This is a 50,000-year-old axe, and it has etchings on the far side. What do these etchings mean? Well, it's anyone's guess, but many people are claiming this is some type of artistic influence, and I agree. I think these people were mostly bored, knew how to hunt and farm, and had some spare time. So they started making maybe a starburst pattern on their axe heads 50,000 years ago. Who knew? But I will be discussing it tomorrow on Revolution Radio, noon Mountain Time in Studio B. Just go to Studio B here and click the play, noon Mountain Time, and listen to my discussion about the flip of the earth. This is coming from World in Peril, a book that costs, well, it's unimaginable at this point. But we will be reading and discussing chapter 28, 29, and 30, the flip of the earth, tomorrow on Magnetic Reversal News on Revolution Radio in Studio B, noon Mountain Time, replayed on our Rumble channel later that night. We've got 2 new Rumble channels now with about 13 or 14,000 subscribers on both, 12,111 on Oppenheimer Ranch Project, just 1,600 on Magnetic Reversal News. We want you to join us over on this platform as we migrate over there over the next year to get off of the YouTube platform. Magnetic Reversal News posts at least 3 videos per week as of now, as we are looking to shift our YouTube channel over to Rumble at Magnetic Reversal News. We also have a secondary channel at Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Rumble, so you can see things that we could never post on YouTube, including the blizzard of 1949 2 weeks ago. And just yesterday, I posted the Great Snow-Covered Debate. So go get it. Subscribe to both of our new Rumble channels and help support our channel as we get destroyed and demonetized by the evil system called YouTube. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and be safe. We love you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Half of you are not, and it really helps with the algorithm.